I was doing my reading through the Bible in a year plan this week, and I came across something that struck me. And it happened on two different occasions as I was reading through Matthew chapter 14. In that chapter, in verse 2, Herod has begun to hear things about Jesus, and in a case of mistaken identity, thinks that he is John the Baptist. And then later on in verse 33, after Jesus has made the disciples think they're seeing a ghost, invited Peter to join him in walking on water. They've gotten back in the boat. Jesus has calmed the storm. Jesus' disciples identify him by saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." Now, this struck me because I, for some reason, have been thinking a lot about identity lately. In fact, after reading these verses, I looked up the definition for identity. And Merriam-Webster defines identity as the distinguishing character or personality of an individual. Again, the distinguishing character or personality of an individual. Now, I found this even more interesting when I started to think about all the criteria we use to create our own identity or allow others to create our identity and also help form the identity of others. And some of the most prominent things that we use to form identities are our relationships, our jobs, our hobbies, our interests, our family, our history, and places of origin. We even use our past successes and failures. Now, to be sure, identity can be positive and life-giving, as in the case of Jesus and his disciples, but it can also be harmful and detrimental to our well-being, as we see in the case of King Herod. But one problem with identity is that it often falls short of fully capturing who we are, both positively and negatively, and it always falls short of how God sees us. The reality is that we are better than our worst moments, and we're not as good as our best. Neither our struggles, difficulties, and shortcomings, nor our most celebrated successes and triumphs can cause God to think or love us any more or any less than God already does. Now, this week, we begin our spiritual preparation for Christmas with the season of Advent. And during this season, I hope that you take some time to consider the lengths to which God went by sending Jesus into the world for you and I. Jesus coming into our world wasn't dependent upon anyone's identity, or how good or bad we are, or how good or bad someone thinks we are. But instead, it was out of a deep, unconditional love that God has for the world that God sent Jesus into this world. And this still holds true today. Therefore, no matter where you are in life or what you think your identity is, I hope you hear the good news that God loves you. That God loves you, and there is nothing that you can do about it. Jesus came into our world and made a deep, meaningful life with God possible for those of us who need it the most, but also those of us who think we need it the least. Now, I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you have a great rest of the week and a happy Thanksgiving. And I look forward to worshiping with you all on Sunday morning, either on site or online, beginning at 8:30. God bless.